Hello and welcome to another episode of What the Famicom. Oh, I'm Game Boy, actually.
Oh,
Mini podcasting, mini episode. Today we're talking about one of the biggest stars of all time.
the biggest, I think.
The biggest, the person we're talking about, actually, I saw him in person. I played as him in a video game, and he got me in trouble with my mom years ago.
That's amazing. I actually didn't know. Well,
And
I'm your
who are we talking
co-host.
about?
Welcome to the party, pal.
Good quote.
I know. I was just thinking that's going to be my name. Nick,
Yeah.
welcome to the party, pal. Tendo, right here.
Dan Yippee Ki
Nice.
right here. Of course, we're
Anyway.
talking about Bruce Willis.
Wow, hero.
Hero. I guess to get it out of the way he got me in trouble is so he was in an early 90s movie. Well, first off, we're talking about the PS1 game he started. We haven't established that.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that. But when I was younger, he starred in this movie from the early 90s with Sarah Jessica Parker called Striking Distance. It's not popular. It's
Wait, I
not
don't
famous.
recall this movie.
That's the thing. Like, it's
I'm
not
being dead
famous. And I
serious.
only remember it because of what happened to me. I was watching it on TV
Okay.
and they start kissing. And
Uh-huh.
I think there's a sex scene. I don't remember if there's actually a sex scene, but they start kissing and go to bed. And I remember sitting there going, yeah, now they're going to do it. And my mom heard me and yelled at me and told me to go to my room.
Wow, dude,
So
1993. How did you even know what doing it was? Did you read
I don't
about it in a
know.
book?
Probably.
Did
I
you put
probably
it on
went
a
upstairs and did it to myself.
you probably saw it on a prayer card or something. I think that's what
Yeah, I'll
happened.
never forget. Like, I said it like, yeah, like, here they come. And my
Ew.
mom was like furious.
Why does it look like? Oh, it is a thriller. Okay,
It's a
it looks
movie about like a boat. There's a boat in it,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, there's a boat with Bruce Willis. Like half his face is in shadows. The boat is making a splash of water everywhere.
That's so
like,
funny
it's
that
like,
half his face is in shadows because that's literally like the cover of the video game that he starred in.
yeah. Well, the one that we're going to discuss at nauseum here.
Oh God, you're gonna be sick of
Oh,
Bruce and us by the end
nauseum.
of this episode.
Oh, you're gonna have prefrontal dementia. Am I allowed to say that?
So at the end, so yeah, that's fucked up. You can't say that.
Well, I was gonna bring
Well,
it
this
up,
is like
but
in honor of him because we've
yeah.
done I've talked about this game briefly before, but we did two Bruce Willis episodes. We did a Look Who's Talking episode, and
Look
we
who's
did
talking.
and we
I
did
knew
a
the Die Hard trilogy.
we did a
Right,
Die
right,
Hard
right. That
episode.
was
So
terrible.
like I think
The
we were
game,
due for
not the
a
episode.
Bruce Willis episode.
I would agree with that. Yeah, we were due. It's been 4 to 8 to 12 episodes without Bruce Willis commentary,
we had
it's
to
time to
jump
bring
in.
him back. Yeah.
So he in November of '98, because I want to do this for the 25th anniversary coming up.
Mhm.
November of '98, he starred in a PlayStation 1 action game called Apocalypse.
Ah, so good. I actually remembered the game.
I think everyone just remembers, hey, it's the video game that Bruce Willis is in. Nobody
Yeah.
remembers anything really else about it.
No, I forgot the name of it.
Did you know that System of a Down was on the soundtrack?
No, I didn't actually.
Because
Are
at
you
the
sure?
very end of the game, there's
It-
credits for the soundtrack of the artists that are on the soundtrack, and
And they're
they
right.
must have just started then because it's like off of whatever song it said off their debut album.
System of a Down.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. No, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so he starred in a game and he wasn't supposed to star in it,
He
apparently.
wasn't supposed to be the star of it.
Oh, he
Did you
wasn't
get
supposed
that?
to be the star.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed
Yeah.
to be the star. He was supposed to be a sidekick.
Yeah.
Did you get
And
that?
even in like all of his dialogue is like directed at somebody. Like
Yeah.
it's replies, it's questions, it's comments, but it's never like an exposition sentence.
Yeah.
So I found some of his dialogue so good. What do I got here? He
That's what I was just
says
pulling up.
he says feeling good. He
Feeling
says
good.
bring it on, baby. He says suck on this.
Suck on this. I didn't catch that one. That was pretty
He
good.
said strap one on, it's time to party. No, it's strap one on, it's time to jam.
Oh, nice. Okay. I didn't.
And then he said
catch that
trick or
one.
treat.
Trick or treat. I didn't catch
So
that one
everything
either.
he says is like in the context of like a catchphrase.
Yeah, the four horsemen of the war are taking over, and Bruce Willis has
Yeah.
to.
So you want to
As-
say the plot? Sorry, the plot
Yeah,
of this
that's
game.
fine.
Okay.
No. I don't want to. I'm being bit by a dog. It's gonna ruin your podcast.
Yeah, the
How
dog.
bad
There's
are
a
you?
dog in this podcast. Everyone was watching the video. It's actually really rude and offensive, and
Now I'm gonna have it put.
I'm gonna edit
gonna have
him
it
out
put
and then
down.
edit you. Well, I'm gonna edit.
Look,
Could I
those
cut
are
his
teeth.
head out?
Yeah, those are teeth on my fingers. Yeah,
Wow.
we're gonna have to put it down like live on the episode.
I'm gonna put you down, and then he's gonna be my new host.
What if that did happen? I feel like you wouldn't really lose much. You wouldn't gain much either.
If I put you down,
Yeah, and then just replace me with the dog.
if anything, I get more research done. The dog
Okay.
would probably just want to keep doing dog episodes, and I'm like, fine,
Yeah.
dogs and video games, say whatever.
Yeah, he wants to do one on
And
funnel
he'd
cake
probably
that
want to
people
talk
drop
about
on the
that
ground.
meme dog that just died.
He does. He wants to bring up that Doge.
Yeah, the Dogecoin.
Yeah, that's dead dog. R.I.P. I guess
All right,
that's all he wanted. He just
that's
wanted
all
us to
he wants to
mention it.
talk about. So anyway, what was the plot again of this game?
Brilliant scientist named the Reverend. He's creating something. It's like a mix of science and religion. It's really just the fifth element meets something. 100%.
I guess,
It is.
so.
It's
Bruce Willis.
100%.
Well, here's the thing. Like, just not to interrupt up though. Like, Bruce Willis was literally in his prime when this
Yeah,
game came out. He was
96.
the biggest star. It was so when he did this, it was probably 97.
Oh, okay.
So he just had Armageddon.
Mid 1997. Yeah.
Yeah. So you were saying the Reverend something with the
He has like he's creating the four powerful apocalypse. I don't even understand why. Plague, war, beast, and death. By the way, the one isn't supposed to be beast. It's supposed to be pestilence. But I guess
I was gonna
no one
say
wanted to
beast
say
isn't.
pestilence.
Yeah.
No one wanted it anyway. Beast. So named after people's dogs who bite them during podcasts. I guess.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty big stuff.
Pretty S&M if you ask me.
Singing and
actually, if I was watching you
launching?
on a TV and I was like 8 years old, I would have been like, "Yeah, you guys are gonna do it."
Yeah, you're gonna do it soon. And your mom would yell at you.
My mom would walk in the hallway behind me. I'm like during the podcast.
Yeah, that probably would have happened. Anyway, you were supposed to. It was supposed to be the first game with like AI or something. Like you were supposed to be a main character, and your sidekick was this little thing that would say quips and things, and that's who Bruce Willis was voicing, the little sidekick.
His name was Trey Kincaid, which is
perfect
name.
That is pretty good. So Activision had this, if I read the article right, and they were getting a lot of pressure because people started putting a lot of money into this. There was cyber scanning all of Bruce Willis's features. Did you catch that? It was like the first game we're going to capture Bruce Willis, like his actual features, his face, his skin, his body, like his movements. Like you can be Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is, A, I don't really think the PlayStation can handle that. And B, it was a play from behind game. Like, what was the back?
Yeah, that was the thing too. Like, I guess the only time you would see his face is during the cutscenes, and you don't play the cutscenes.
No, not at all. You were just seeing the back of someone's head, so it doesn't matter whose body it was. It kind of stupid.
Yeah.
But I believe Activision was under the gun for it and hired Neversoft, publisher, to do it and say, like, hey, listen, can you do this in 6 months? And they were like, easy. That's impossible. Easy. And all they had to go on was like the Bruce Willis quips, and they were like, we're going to cut out the AI part. So can you just make this game about Bruce Willis using his sidekick quips? Try and say that.
Sidekick quips. I said it perfectly.
Good, actually. You did. You're a professional podcaster, though.
Oh.
But anyway,
I never want to be known as a professional podcaster.
They were just going to use those quips, make him the main character, and then just kind of release a game that was essentially like Fifth Element meets whatever in 6 months.
Yeah, because I think I guess a Fifth Element game came out that time, but obviously it probably looked like Bruce Willis, but it wasn't actually Bruce Willis. Like he went to the studio. Here's the best part too. He only worked on the game, like he did the mocap for it in 2 days.
Oh,
so like he was just like, hey, I'm only doing 2 days of this. Like that's it. That's all you got from me for.
Well, can you imagine then like the other studio getting it and being like, hey, Bruce Willis is the main character now. I think they said they were afraid to contact him to ask him to do more lines and stuff.
I would be too.
Yeah, I would absolutely.
1997 Bruce Willis, like you think he's even gonna pick up that fucking phone?
No, he's not. He's gonna be like, hey, did your little video game? Welcome to the party, pal. What if he just says lines from his movies?
Yeah, I was listening to more lines, and he goes off like kind of crazy, like he does accents.
Oh,
and
really?
I'm just like, is this guy a futuristic guy, or is he like a comedian, or is it just Bruce Willis like in the sound booth going like, I'm gonna try this, keep it?
It's Bruce Willis as Bruce Willis. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly, because I was, just looking at the gameplay, and at one point, the line of dialogue is, "Oh, so you want to dance?" or something like that. But the way he says it, he's like, "Oh, you want to dance?" I was like, perfect. What? And there was another line of dialogue that he says like super cartoonish, and I'm like, this guy is in like cyberpunk apocalyptic future. He's not saying this stuff.
Well, it seems as if everyone ended up okay, because didn't sales do okay for this game, considering it was not a great game?
I guess so. I mean, the company went to go make Tony Hawk.
I was just going to say, Bruce Willis went on to make 6th Sense, the company that took over.
So right after this game, he made the biggest movie of his career.
Yeah, and Neversoft, the company that no one ever heard of, went on to make Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Do you think the 6th Sense made money because of this game?
I actually think both things had success because of this game. I don't think anyone would have played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. No one heard of it. No one understood it. So they were like
who?
Oh.
Tony who? Right?
People did Apocalypse, the video game starring Bruce Willis. They were like, let's check it out. Same with Sixth Sense, the movie. I think they were like, didn't he just do a video game called Apocalypse, the video game? Because you have to put the video game next to it, otherwise
Yeah,
you
and
won't
they
find
probably thought going into Sixth Sense, like, oh, this must be a sequel to Apocalypse.
it. Yeah,
I need to play the game first. This is like cross media, right?
Yeah, Activision went on to do some smaller big things. I'm not even sure.
Yeah, I don't know who they are.
I don't know. Never heard of them. But,
the other funny thing is when I was watching gameplay of this, like during each part, the four horsemen of the apocalypse like possess people that he knows. Like he visits his girlfriend, and of course, like his dialogue is all messed up. But his girlfriend like starts touching herself and feeling herself up, and then it becomes a demon. But at the very end, the president is a demon.
oh,
And he goes to the White House, and the final fight is in the Oval Office. So the president turns into a demon, and he says, "On behalf of Beelzebub, welcome to hell."
that's actually kind of hilarious.
And then he destroys the demon, and I think like Bruce Willis has like one line of dialogue because they didn't get him back for anymore.
Yeah, you can't get him back for anymore. Like,
yeah.
Can you imagine? You just have to work around what's already.
Can you imagine if they asked him to do it now? And I'm not even making fun of the fact about his like condition. I'm saying like just in general, 30 years later, like, hey Bruce, like it's the 25th anniversary of this video game, and he's like, get the fuck out of my house.
Get out of my house. Actually,
what? Are we going to say you might have played this because I asked you to play it recently?
You asked me to play it. You gave me a link.
Yeah.
Actually, tell everyone what you really did.
I gave you two. So I had to give you a link twice because I gave you a picture of a link.
He gave me a picture of a link, folks. Like it was like http:/BruceWillis./URL.
After I did it, I was like, that's like what a 75-year-old person would do.
Yeah, I was like, I looked at the picture and I was trying to click it because I was like, maybe I'll look. And it was not a clickable link. You sent me a non-clickable link.
That's like, how is that possible? A non-clickable link?
He took a picture of it and sent it to me. It was a screenshot. And I was like, what did he do?
Screenshot?
Does he think I'm going to type into my little phone and type it out with the slashes and the URLs?
Shit.
That's serial killer stuff.
So then I sent you the real link.
You did. And then
you still didn't play it.
How do you know? I was just going to mention what I did or didn't do.
Oh, okay.
I clicked it and played it with my phone.
You could play it on your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And you play it has the buttons overlaid on the screen. So like I'd be hitting triangle and square and X.
Oh, I should have played it on my phone.
No, so it's really bad and really hard. But it brought me back to when I had played this game before. I think the demo version. Did they release a demo? I'm sure they did.
I feel like they probably did. Because like it was the Bruce Willis game. So I gave you the link I sent you. Can we say it? Because it's like it's not illegal, right?
It's a link. Yeah, and no one can click it. In fact, that's your
that's
favorite thing to do.
You can't click you can't click my words.
You love to give people links that you can't click. So go ahead.
Perfect. All right. So it's retrogames.cc. Can't click that because I said it.
Can't click it.
But they have it's an emulator and it has all these games you can just play on your browser. And I knew it was a PlayStation game, and I'm like, oh shit, like let me see if I can just plug in my PlayStation 4 controller, and it worked perfectly. It just read all the buttons.
It had like a USB and something else connected.
Yeah, I mean, you just take like a cord and connect your controller to my laptop, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Like as in like just a USB, like a phone cord or something.
How much did it cost?
The free?
Yeah.
It's free. If anyone's listening, like go play the Bruce Willis game. I also tried to lure Nick in by playing a game that he never played 25 years ago that got canceled. And I said, hey, you can also play this. And he was like, don't try to lure me in. And I said, hey, man, like, I respect our friendship. Like, why are you? And you start hitting me. I remember you started hitting me.
Say the name of the game?
Oh, Thrill Kill.
Yeah. Okay.
I did dox the video game. We did an episode about Thrill Kill. It was our most popular for many years.
It was. And I had the Thrill Kill sticker on the top of my PlayStation.
Yep. And then, so probably at that same time, that's when I was saying Bruce Willis was going to do it. And you had this game on your PlayStation.
I was playing the demo, probably.
Okay. Yeah, true. So I saw Bruce Willis while he was filming Glass. So I was like 50 feet away from him. I should have yelled at him when he was filming Glass. And I said, you got me in trouble with my mom. You should have done it with Sarah Jessica Parker.
You should have yelled that.
You should have done her. If you didn't, if you did, it wouldn't have got me in trouble.
What was the prequel to Glass? Unbreakable.
Unbreakable. It was so it's Unbreakable, Split, then Glass.
So I saw him when he was filming Unbreakable.
I don't believe you.
Well, I saw the production crew outside of my work.
Okay.
Because they did it at the churchyard across the street from.
So did you say? What did you say? Did you say something about Apocalypse to him? Did you say, "Hey, I'm going to do an episode in 25 years"?
No, I said, I hope Neversoft goes on to do something great.
And he was like, "Yeah, but do."
Yeah,
right?
that's what he said. That's yabba dabba do. Not one of his lines. Just similar in that it's like
Listen, this whole episode is about
onomatopoeia.
non-clickable links
Mm-hmm.
and quotes and catchphrases that really aren't things he says.
Yeah.
So I might play a little bit more after this episode because I kind
go.
of enjoyed it. I might go to that website and you can play any PS1 game on that website.
You're really just going to do it with your phone. That's why you want to do it.
I might try it on my phone.
Because you're mad that I figured it out and you didn't.
I am kind of mad that you figured it out, though.
Yeah, I did it.
So that's our mini episode. Hey, go to that website. Hey, but you can't click on my voice, so you got
Bite size.
Bite size, yeah. Go to that website, play any PS1 game. Get back to them, say like, hey, why didn't you talk about this game? And I'll say, yo, trick or treat. I'll say a line from Apocalypse.
Yo, trick or treat. Hey,
yo,
kiss
trick or
this.
treat. Yo,
open this.
Strap one on and it's time to jam. I don't even know what is he strapping on.
I don't know, but it's time to jam.
Yeah. So thanks for tuning in to this game. I don't even think we really talked about the game that much.
Yeah, we did. We spent a lot of time talking
about it. It's a 3D action game. You have power-ups. Is it asymmetrical?
Like different on one side than the other?
That's not what asymmetrical means.
Yes, it does. Symmetry is like the same on left and the right.
But asymmetrical in video game. Oh, isosymmetrical.
Okay, that's totally different.
Okay.
Is it free floating camera? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, it's not a free floating camera.
No, you just like follow him so you can see the back of his head the whole time.
And not his face, so it doesn't matter.
Not his face. It doesn't matter.
It could have easily been one of us.
Could have been
Dan Apocalypse. Could have just renamed it Dan Apocalypse.
They should have called it Dan Apocalypse.
Nobody would have understood it for 25 years. All right, thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll see you in hell, right?
Game over for your life.
Those sound pretty good to me. Those are pretty good catchphrases. See you later, folks.